Welcome to the Royal Ties Podcast. My name is Clark, the Financial Credit Coach, and I will be bringing you information acquired through first-hand experiences in order to help you increase your credit score, reduce interest rates, increase savings, and eliminate debts. Doing it for the community, from the community, and by community I mean any and everyone who wants to learn and evolve. So let's get right into it. In today's episode, we'll explore the impact of credit scores on renting a commercial property for business purposes. See, when it comes to leasing commercial spaces, landlords often consider the creditworthiness of potential tenants. Let's dive in and discover how your credit score can influence your ability to rent a commercial property for your business. So, understanding the importance of your credit score. So, I talk about it so many different ways, right? I'm always talking about how your credit score is important, whether it's for your loan, personal loans, credit cards, lines of credit, school loans, your first vehicle, and obviously starting your business. But then when you talk about renting your home, that's another subject. And then when you talk about renting property for your business, it's another subject. All of them equally important. All of them signify that you must have great credit. Credit scores are a measure of an individual or business's credit worthiness. So they provide a snapshot of your financial history, payment patterns, and overall management. So when I talk about payment patterns, it's like, does he pay every month or she pay every month? Do they pay bi-weekly? Do they pay immediately? They actually look at things like that. Well, landlords, they often rely on credit scores to assess the likelihood of timely rent payments and the financial stability of the potential tenants. So what you did in your personal life with your credit and things of that nature, it does affect what happens with your business and things of that nature. It's not because you have a business and a different flow of income that your habits are going to be different. No, they look at it like if you couldn't manage your personal money, you probably won't manage your business money properly. So it's something that you need to think about, right? Credit scores and lease approval. So a strong credit score can positively influence your ability to secure a commercial lease. Here's how credit scores can impact the leasing process. Lease approval. Landlords may use credit scores as a screening tool when considering potential tenants. A higher credit score indicates a lower risk of defaulting on rent payments and can increase your chances of lease approval. Negotiating your leases. Did you know that when you have good credit, like a really good credit score, it can give you leverage of how you negotiate? Clark, what are you talking about? Well, your landlord may want you to put 1 month, 2 months, 3 months down. Well, you may not have to do so. If you got great credit, you be like, listen, I pay on time. You can see that clearly. I'll sign. I'll pay maybe 1 month up front. That's about it. And they'll be leveraged to want to do that because they're like, oh, okay, well, you know what? He's a good payer. It can give you favorable rental rates too, a flexible lease, and to give you concessions. You know what I mean? So like a strong credit profile really can help you in so many different things. When I talk about a security deposit, they may want a larger security deposit if you have bad tenant. They may want less of a security deposit if you have great tenant, or no security deposit if you have really good credit. It just depends. It also gives you opportunities for expansion. So let's say you have a history of responsible credit management, right? Like for decades, you've always paid your stuff on time. And then that you have a good credit score, obviously. It may make it easier for you to negotiate lease extensions because they're like, your history's there. You pay your stuff regularly in your history. So there's no reason for us to think that if I give you a longer lease, there's risk. It's actually less risk for me because you pay on time. If you're a tenant that pays on time, I want to keep you there as long as possible. So you see how your credit can come back and help you? It really helps you having a strong credit profile. Let me give you some tips. Let me think on this subject. Um, okay, here's some tips for basically renting a commercial property with your credit score in mind. Like, here's some tips that can help you. Um, when I think about navigating the whole thing from going from a worker to a boss, you have your own business, and now you want to rent out a space to run your business through. There's a lot of things that come through your mind. There's a lot of things you have to really focus on. I'm going to give you the key components, right? Knowing your credit score. Know what your actual score is, know what your history looks like, be ready to answer to any questions that can come up from a potential landlord. Be ready. Because when you're approaching a landlord about leasing or even a leasing agent, they're going to check your credit, they're going to check your history, and they're going to want answers. If you're like, oh, I don't remember what happened then, oh, da, 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 it makes it seem like it wasn't even so important for you what happened that affects your credit that you don't even have an answer for it now. So prepare yourself. Another thing you can do is really work on improving your credit score. So if your credit score is less than ideal, take proactive measures to improve it. And I talked about this in another podcast. A lot of my clients come to me after things are bad. I'm trying to teach to the youth and young adults to get ahead of it, be proactive with your approach. So if you're proactive with your approach of how you handle your credit, you never have to worry about going backwards, right? Take that same mentality when it comes to your business. Take the same mentality when it comes to your business credit as well. Be proactive. Make sure you pay your bills on time, reduce your debts, resolve any outstanding debts that you have. Any issues or disputes on your credit report, get it checked out. Try to get it removed. If you don't know how to do that, that Clark guy is pretty cool. He handles all that stuff. www.clarkcadet.com. That's the guy you want to talk to. He's your plug. And get all that stuff handled. Build relationships with the landlords. Establishing a good relationship with the landlord and property managers can be beneficial. So, demonstrating that your credit worthiness and maintaining a positive rental history can increase your chances of securing future commercial leases in favorable terms. Hey, listen, I've got a client who has been at a place for like 15 years for one of his businesses. He wants to open another business. He just mentioned it to the landlord. They're like, oh, yeah, I have another building. I'd be happy to give it to you. When that building became available, he didn't even put it up for rent. He directly called my client and said, "Hey, this building's yours if you want it." That's how you get benefits from building good relationships. That's from paying on time, from having a good relationship. These are the benefits. I tell everybody all the time, stop thinking about right now. Think about that what you're doing right now is for in the future. And if it doesn't come out to help you in the future, at least you know what you're doing right now is the right thing. Offer additional documentation. If your credit score does not accurately reflect your financial situation, consider providing additional documentation to support your leasing application. This can include bank statements, financial statements, references from previous landlords, business partners. Make sure you have things that you can show, explain why you're worthy of this property and worthy of paying this rate, for example. Seek guarantors or co-signers. That's another thing you can do. If your credit score is a significant hurdle, consider securing a guarantee or a co-signer for the lease. Somebody else who's in the business with you, probably. Two profiles are a lot stronger than one. So a guarantee or a co-signer with a strong credit profile can provide assurance to the landlord, increase your chances of the lease being approved. Seek professional advice. I'm not a professional because I've done this for 50 years. I'm a professional because I went through exactly what I'm talking about. I've been told no, fixed it, and only got yeses since then. And I've been able to help my clients only get yeses since then. From the community, for the community. I'm not just talking to you about something out of a textbook. I don't work for a big corporation where I'm like, oh yeah, I was trained to do this. No, I'm giving you real life scenarios and real life solutions. This is why you need a financial coach that represents you. Anyways, consult with a commercial real estate agent or an attorney specializing in real estate to guide you through the process and provide insights tailored to your specific situation. I say that in the sense that if you've got some things you need to clean up that have to do with real estate specifically, it's always good to get advice. If you don't have that, you don't know who to contact me. I'll get you in touch with the right people. In conclusion, credit scores can significantly impact your ability to rent a commercial property, especially for business purposes. By understanding the importance of credit scores, knowing your own credit score, improving your credit worthiness, building relationships with the landlord. Listen, man, get them donuts, coffee, bring them some Tim Hortons when you come see the place. Do the little things. Honestly, I would treat landlords like dates. Literally. You want to impress them. Dress well. Speak to them properly. Show them that you're serious. Put your best foot forward. Give yourself the best opportunity possible. Seek professional advice. If you don't know how to do it, listen, I've been doing this for a long time and I love it. The leasing process can be more effective if you prepare properly, especially when it comes to commercial spaces. Your business needs to thrive. And in order for your business to thrive, you need to be prepared. So be prepared, execute, and watch everything go well. Listen, this wraps up the episode on the impact of credit scores on renting a commercial property for business. Remember, a strong credit profile can positively influence the leasing process and provide you with more options and flexibility. Flex on them. That's what I want you to do. I hope you learned something today. If you did, please like, follow, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's bring financial illiteracy to an end. I'm your boy, Clark the Financial Coach. See y'all soon. Let's get it. My name is Clark the Financial Coach, and my motto is simple: pay attention or pay for lack of attention. Please follow me at Clark the Financial Coach on Instagram.